Welcome to DG Cars, my name is Sherry and I'm going to show you how to use the AutoCab app. The first thing that we need to do is to find it from our front screen. Can you see the orange circle with the white A on it? That's the AutoCab app and you just need to tap it once to open up AutoCab. The first thing that will happen is you will see a disclaimer asking you to agree to the terms and conditions of the driver's handbook. Just tap on accept and AutoCab will continue to load. This is where we just need to be a little bit patient and let AutoCab load. Let it do its thing. If you look at the bottom, there's an orange bar that will show you how far it is through loading, and it also displays your driver number. Mine is 7711. Now you've logged in, you can see the AutoCab front screen. Now the first thing that you need to do is when you're ready to start work is to go online. If you notice at the bottom, it's saying that you are offline. When you're ready to start work, you need to move the slider button to the right of where it's saying you are offline, click and drag it over to the right, and you're now ready to start work. As you can see, it displays the zone that you're in. I'm currently in Darley Abbey, and it also displays what position you are in the queue. Let's learn about the AutoCab front screen. The main part of the front screen is split into 5 different columns. The first column is how far you are away from a zone. The second column is the zone name. The third column are jobs that you can bid on now. The fourth column is the jobs that you can bid on in the next 15 minutes. And the fifth column is how many cars there are in each zone. You can sort by any one of those columns by clicking on each column heading. So for example, I'm going to sort it into alphabetical order by clicking on the zone name. If I want to set it back to how far away I am from a zone, then I'm going to click on the mileage icon. However, the most important column that you need to sort is where the jobs are coming for bid. So that's the third column along, the one with the clock above it. Make sure that you click on the clock so that any new jobs that are being offered will always come at the top of the screen so that you can see them. Let's recap. So the first thing that you need to do is to use the slider button at the bottom to go online. And the second thing that you need to do is to make sure that you've got your screen sorted by the jobs coming out to bid. So the third column along, the one with the clock on it. Mine is sorted, I can tell that because it's got a green coloured background. If you accidentally tap it and to switch it off, you can switch it back on again by just clicking on the clock to make sure that that column is sorted. Just to the left of the message button, there's an icon, there's a picture of a little bell. That's your emergency button. So if you are in danger or you feel threatened in any way, click on the bell and then click once more to confirm. I'm not going to worry anybody, I'm going to click on cancel. But what that will do, it will send an emergency message to our staff who are trained to deal with this situation. They will call you to check on your situation and follow all of our emergency procedures. In AutoCAB there is a message facility. If you look at the top right hand corner of the screen, there's a picture of a small envelope. If you just tap on it once, it opens up your message center. You can send and receive messages whilst you're in here. It's a really excellent way to send messages to the operator and get your issues dealt with. Instead of ringing and waiting in line to speak to an operator, send a message. The operator can deal with your messages even whilst they're on other calls. When you want to send a message, click on the Send a Message bar at the bottom of the screen. Just tap it once, and it will give you a list of different standard messages that you can use. So for example, if you want to answer a question, you can just click on yes or no. If you want to message the operator a custom message, your own message, click on Custom. That's the third option down. You can type in your message, and when you're ready to send it, click on the orange tick to send, or the send button on the keyboard at the bottom right hand corner. So that message has now been sent. To exit out of the messages, look at the top left hand corner of the screen. Just next to Message Center, there's an arrow that's pointing to the left. Just click on that once, and that will take you out of the messages. This is an example of a job offer. We can see the pickup point. To accept the job, move the green tick into the circle. So swipe it across and the job is accepted. This one has a note on it saying please help with luggage. If you click on close, that closes the note. Now this screen is split into 4 areas. You've got the meter at the top, you've got a sat-nav area, you've got the job details area where it's saying 7 the square. There's a little picture of a pound note there to show you that this is a cash job. And then you've got the action that you're performing at the bottom. There are 4 actions to working with a job: arrive, pick up, drop off, and completed. The first thing that you need to do is to read the job. Now the way that you do that is by clicking on the job details area. So just above where it's saying arrive, where it's saying 7 the square, if you tap anywhere on that job details area, it will show you the whole job, the pickup, the destination, and the job estimate. Right down at the bottom you can see the job reference number. To hide that detail, click once again on that bar to hide those details. Now, the first thing that you might want to do is to use the sat-nav. Now to do that, it's using Google Maps. The bottom left-hand corner of Google Maps, there's a triangle that's pointing up, like a little arrow. If you click once on that, that will open Google Maps. The meter always stays on top. You can move the meter around by clicking and dragging it. And when you're ready to get directions, you click on the directions button. Just under the meter in Google Maps, you've got a car, a train, a person walking and a bike. Just be aware of that. Sometimes you might have to click on the car to set it to the right mode. And when you're ready, click on Start.
You have arrived.
So excellent. To go back to the job, just click once on the meter and it takes you back to the job. And we've now arrived, so we swipe the orange arrow all the way across the first part of the job. So the second part of the job is to pick the customer up, and we ask you to give them 5 minutes grace. Once you've collected the customer, swipe to pick up. It then moves on to the destination. If you need to use the sat nav, click on the black arrow again. Notice the meter started at the top. Once you've arrived at the destination, then you swipe to say drop off. Shows you the fare at the top that you need to charge. And once the customer is gone, swipe again to complete. So 4 swipes in total. So this is another job offer. To accept it, we swipe from the left to the right. So the job is loaded. So this is an account job, and I know that because if you look at the job details bar next to 7 the square, there's a picture of a little briefcase. Now remember, the first thing that you should do on every job is to read the details of the job. So tap just once to open the job, and we can see the pickup, the destination, and if we scroll to the top, we can see that this is an account job. Now to hide the details, click once on the bar to hide. I've already talked about how you can use a sat nav, but if you want to activate the sat nav, then click on the little black arrow in the bottom left hand corner of the sat nav area. To work with an account job, it works in exactly the same way, except the waiting time for an account job is 7 minutes. So once you've arrived, the first swipe left to right to say that you've arrived. We wait 7 minutes for the customer and use those 7 minutes wisely. Make sure that if it's a business, you go into reception, or if a hotel, that you go to a reception. Make yourself known that you're waiting for the customer. Once the customer is in the car, you need to start the meter, and you do that by using the pickup. So you swipe from left to right on pickup. Then it moves us on to the destination, and the meter starts at the top. So take the customer to the destination, and once you've got there, to stop the meter, then you swipe to say that you're dropping them off. The price is then displayed at the top. However, you don't need to charge them that because this is on account. Now, on a lot of the account jobs, you need to get an account signature. Can you see that there's a box that says take signature? If you tap once on that, it will display an area where the customer will need to sign. So get them to use their finger to sign the screen, and when you're ready, click on OK to save the signature. Once that is done, then you can swipe to authorize the payment, and the job is completed. This is an example where we've got jobs in Beeston South. Beeston South is surging at the moment at 1.5 times rate. So here we've got another job offer. You know by now how to accept the job. We slide the green tick into the orange circle, and then the job loads. So I'm going to show you now how you can no-fare a job. Now it's important that you no-fare a job when you arrive at a pickup point and the customer is not there. So I'm going to swipe to say that I've arrived. So this is a cash job, and you can see it's a cash job because there's a pound note on the This is an example of a job that's out for bid. If you click on it, you can then click on bid. I want to bid on it, so I click on OK. And then I wait to see if I'm successful in that bid. So bid jobs, there's always a sound to say that there's a new job available, and then the job is highlighted in yellow. In this case, I've not been successful, and the reason why is I'm too far away from that job. So let's accept this job. Let's drag the green tick over to the circle on the right, and the job will load. So this time I'm going to show you how to change your destination if you need to. If we click on the job details bar, for this job is what we call an as directed job. This is where the customer has not specified where they want to go. I'm going to click back on the job details bar to hide that detail. So I swipe to say that we arrive. The customer comes out, and I swipe to say that we've picked the customer up, and then the meter starts. But because we haven't got a destination, then AutoCab is requesting a destination which you can enter into here. It works in the same way as if you're searching on Google. So you can type in there a postcode, you can type an address, you can type in a place. So I want to go to Derby train station. There we go. I start typing part of Derby train station and the option becomes available to me. If I select it, it's now entered, and I can use the sat-nav to take me there if I need to. If you need to change the destination, so maybe the customer changes their mind and they don't want to go to Derby train station anymore, let's tap on the destination. It opens up the job details. Tap on the destination again, and then can you see you've got the icon called change destination? Tap on that just once, and then you can choose a different place. So there we go, into Derby. I'm going to select that. So that's how you can change the destination on a job. If you want to go on a break, then you use the slider button in the bottom right hand corner, the one that you use to start work. What you need to do is drag the white circle over to the left of the slider and then let go, and you'll be presented with short break, long break, or to go offline. Now short breaks last for 5 minutes, long breaks last for 15 minutes, and offline can be used to have as much time as you want out of work. If you choose short break, this will keep your position in the queue. Long break and going offline, you will lose your position in the queue. If you want to return from break early, then slide the white button on the slider button over to the right, and then you can choose finish break. So once you've finished your shift and you're ready to log out, then the first thing you need to do is to go offline. And we can do that by using the slider button on the bottom right hand corner. Drag the white circle over to the left and then let go. And let's choose offline. Sometimes you'll see a message. Click on close to close that down. Now once we've done that, we need to log out of AutoCAD. It's important that you do this. Now to do that, in the top left hand corner there are 3 lines, which is a menu button. Click on the menu button. Can you see log out right at the very bottom? If you click on log out, that will exit you out of AutoCAD.